What's up, guys? It's Opex, back at you again. Got a different type of video for you today. This is basically an update video, but with a little twist, I guess. I have a request video, and it's brought to you by Russell Burnham. And he asks, give us an update at least where you are in your career, how much you're making, what life is like, etc. A good rundown. Sure, Russell, let's get into it. I do take request videos if you guys are unaware. I am doing another request today. So, where am I in my career? I'm a truck driver. Alright, now I can turn off the video. Alright, so let's actually talk about it, right? I make about 50 cents a mile. I say about. I do. I make 50 cents a mile. It's not the best. I am a company driver. I'm not an owner-operator. I don't want to be an owner-operator anymore. It's just too much hassle, too much money, too much breakdowns because I couldn't afford a brand new truck. That's just stupid. In my eyes, if you're making, I'm making more money than most owner-operators, straight up. I'm making more money than most owner-operators. But I am making 50 cents a mile. How do I do it? Good question. I'm an OTR driver. I found a loophole with paper logs. No, I'm just joking. No, but I am an OTR driver, and I do heavy amounts of miles. For example, make 50 cents a mile. I work. This is how much I've been making. I go out for about 10 days. This could be 9 days. This could be 11 days. Let's just go with 10 days. Go out 10 days, and I do about 7,000 miles. For example, my last one was 7,000, almost 200 miles in 10 days. So I'm at least doing 700 miles every single day. At least 700 something miles. 720 miles at least every day. For example, today I'm doing about 800 something today. So think about it. 50 cents a mile times 7,000. I'm making 30, we'll just do 3,500. Just say 7,000 miles at 50 cents a mile. Doing about $3,500 every 10 days. So I think that was your second question, right? How much you're making. Yeah.
Say a command.
Let's not say a command, stupid thing. 50 cents a mile, you know, it's not the best, but again, I'm making more money than most owner-operators. Because most owner-operators have to pay for fuel, they have to pay for the truck, they have to rent a trailer, they have all these different fees and crap that they have to put their money into. It's just, to me, it's stupid. Right? Most owner-operators don't make much money compared to what I'm making. So, $3,500, 10 days, I do that 2.5 times, let's just say I make $8,000 a month. I probably make a little bit more than that, but let's just go with $8,000 a month. It's about what I was making in my last job, so there's not really much an improvement in that realm. However, where the improvement lies is that I'm OTR now and not short haul. So now that I'm long haul, watch my video short haul versus long haul part 2, which probably was like 2 weeks ago. Right? I can do heavy miles now where I don't have to spend 6, 7, even 8 hours, even more. I spent whole days waiting for a fucking load, right? Every day I had to, you know, basically unload, drive to the next place, load. And that, believe it or not, as much as I can say that in one sentence, it takes up all your fucking day. It takes up 6 to 8 hours of your day. 2.5 hours to get loaded, 2.5 hours to get unloaded, about an hour to 2 hours or 3 hours to get to the next location, where you're really not making much money during that period, right? And then go out and do your 700-800 mile days, right? So now I'm skipping that 7 hours, and basically this is what I'm doing. Driving. I drive from New York to somewhere probably, like for example, I was in El Paso. So New York to El Paso to Fontana, California. And now I'm taking a load from Fontana, California all the way to fucking somewhere in Pennsylvania. which is 2,700 miles. 2,700 miles. And I have to do that, in like 3.5 days. So 2,700 miles in 3.5 days is how much money? It's more than most of y'all motherfuckers make. You getting my drift? Doing pretty well for myself. What else were you talking about other than money and where I'm at my career? I'm about the best part of my career where I'm making more money than most people do when they're paying fucking truck notes and all that other bullshit. Right. So let's dive into, what else did you say? What life is like? Life is fucking fantastic, man. So life is so good for me right now. I was able to take 4.5 months off this year from working. From my last job to this job was 4.5 months. Life is fucking fantastic. I got to enjoy summer. I made a couple of videos from fun in Florida to summer fun. A lot of update videos. Basically, I made a video called Health Over Wealth. My health was failing me a little bit. I started taking supplements like Hawthorne. But I realized that working 20 plus hours a day wasn't for me. I needed a full night's sleep. I've always been that type of person that I need minimum 7 hours of sleep. I've always been that person. I wish I can just fucking close my eyes, wake up, and fucking go. I wish I can just sleep 1 hour. Can't do it. Can't do it. I need 7 hours of sleep, sometimes more. It just, my body needs it. Or else I'm sluggish, my health fails, etc. So, my job I have now, I feel so much better. I'm working the same amount of miles as my last job, which is how you get paid as a truck driver. I was making 48 cents a mile in my last job, and I think I was just about to be going up to 50 or 51 cents. But I'm making 50 cents a mile, all miles, what I'm doing now. So it's the exact same amount of money, same amount of miles. In fact, I might be even doing a little bit more miles in this job. But here's the kicker. The 6 to 8 hours a day that I was doing before, which I was basically getting crumbs for 7 hours, 7, 8 hours, and then going out and doing my full day that I do now, I couldn't sleep. Now I can. I can sleep now, and I don't have to work an extra 6, 7 hours to get the same amount of money. So that's a plus for me. My health is so much better. I regenerate a lot quicker. If I get one full night of sleep, well, let me rephrase that. If I get one shitty night of sleep, it affects 2 or 3 more days into my future. Just one shitty night of sleep. Now, I'm going 84 down the highway right now, and I'm in the desert, Arizona. It's like 100 something in here. Yeah, it's 100 something. And so I'm doing pretty well for myself. I can go do these miles pretty quick when I'm going 84 down the highway. So that's my plus right there, is that I'm making money. Now, if you think about it, just think 80 miles an hour that I'm going right now. I'm going 83 right now, but 80 miles an hour, times that by 50 cents a mile. So I'm making $40 a mile what I'm doing right now. Actually, technically, I'm making $42 an hour right at the second. This is how truck drivers get paid. $42 an hour right now. And I'm making a video, making $42 an hour. Catch my drift, actually, I'm making $43 an hour right now because I'm going 86. I know some of you guys are like, whoa, slow the fuck down. You're at 80,000 pounds. No, I'm at 77,000. Oh, man. So, yeah, update. Loving my life. Loving it to the fucking death. I'm enjoying my life. I'm making good money. And I want to be prosperous in my life. So I got to enjoy my summer. I'm refreshed. I feel good. And, yeah, I want to do this for a while. I'm not going to be switching jobs. If this stays consistent the way it is right now, why would I want to work anywhere else? I wouldn't want to be a company driver anywhere else. So this goes to show you. So let me backtrack a little bit. In between jobs that I was having 4.5 months break. I did not plan on going 4.5 months off. I could afford it. Wasn't the plan. The plan was to get my health back into order because it's not sustainable. I was doing like 8 or 9 months straight on 4 hours or less of sleep, sometimes 0 sleep for days. So that was not sustainable for my health. And I had to get out of there. I said to my boss, I said, hey, I'm out. Sorry. Not doing it. You're killing me. This job is killing me. And it would have killed me. I might not be here right now if I went another couple weeks. Like, it was that bad. Another couple weeks, couple days, I probably couldn't do it. It took me about a month to start recovering and getting back into shape. You can probably see on my videos that I made that I had bags under my eyes during a lot of the when I was driving. Even a month after, I still had bags under my eyes. Didn't feel very good. I was riding my bike every day. I was trying to detox and get myself back into healthy order. But the plan wasn't 4.5 months off. The plan was to take off a month and then buy my own truck. That was my plan. And so I get in touch with Landstar because I heard good things about him, right? And I was like, I want to be the one to choose when I need to sleep. I want to be the one to choose what loads I take and to where and to how much money I make. So then it's 100% the money I make based on my motivation, right? Or if I want to take a day off in Las Vegas, I can do that. You know what I mean? So that's how I was thinking. I was like, I don't want to be rich. I just want to be healthy. So I call Landstar. They're like, yeah, we'll hire you after the application, all the other shit. They're like, now there's only 2 things left that you need to do. Or I think it was 3, but the 2 that I remember would be, you need to get your hazmat. Check, got it. And you need to buy a truck. Boom, got it. Did both of those things, and then went, put money down on a truck, went home, called Landstar the next day. Hey, got the truck, got my hazmat, let's do this. And they were like, yeah, we're actually not going to hire you. Lost the money, getting my hazmat and all that time studying and, doing all the things and getting my fingerprints and all that bullshit. Wasted my time driving 500 miles into Ohio to buy a truck, put money down on a truck, wasted that money. I didn't get that shit back. Drove home. Landstar didn't hire me because of 2 tickets. I had a speeding ticket and improper lane. Because I had to be in the left lane and, to stay on to go to exit. It was exiting in the left lane. And it was, why am I even defending myself? It was a bullshit ticket. I had to be in that lane. Anyways. So, Landstar's like, yeah, we can't hire you. No, not gonna happen. Not hiring you. And I was like, my motivation was shot. I was done. I was like, fuck trucking, fuck this shit. I started looking on Craigslist for other jobs, non-trucking jobs. I was looking for everything, like anything to just fuck. I didn't at the time. I didn't care if it was just some bullshit thing. I didn't give a fuck. I was so pissed, unmotivated, and ended up being 1 month that I was off, turned into 2 months I was off. And I was just enjoying the summer. I was fishing every day. I was talking to women, going to bars, renting boats, going camping, taking trips down to Florida. Just enjoying my life, right? Enjoying my life. I enjoyed this summer. Probably the greatest summer of my life. Not hands down, but it's probably the greatest summer of my life. So I really enjoyed the summer, and when I started getting back into, let's get fucking back into this, I would be on Craigslist every single day. Every day. I would be on Craigslist every single day. And the reason I was on Craigslist was mainly because I wanted a job, and I didn't care what job it was. I would look specifically under CDL jobs, specifically under truck driving jobs, specifically under or vague. Just search jobs in my area, just to be like, oh, what's in my area? This, and this. Oh, that looks cool. That looks cool. I don't know if I want to make $10 an hour again. That's going way backwards in my career. But I always thought it was like, hey, I want a small company. I don't want a major carrier, a mega carrier. I don't want it. I want to make as much money as possible. I want it to be OTR. I had specific requirements, right? I did not want to do short haul. Had to be OTR if I did trucking. Let's see if this guy lets me over. So, doing that, looking for those jobs consistently all the time. Some of these jobs, you put an application. Now, I'm not joking when I'm about to say this. I've talked to over 100 different companies during the 4.5 months I was off. Over 100, guaranteed over 100, possibly 200. Maybe some of them I talked to more than once because I didn't have a checklist. I already talked to this company, but some of the companies that I talked to were ridiculous. Like, yeah, we'll pay you 35 cents a mile. Click. Oh, we'll pay you 38 cents a mile. Click. Yeah, we'll give you about. It's short haul. Click. Oh, it's flatbed. Click. Want dry van? I've done reefer and dry van. I like dry van. Dry van's my favorite. I don't have to fuck around with the reefer. I don't have to fuck around with the tarp or straps. I don't want to fuck around with tanker. I want miles. I got the job for me. It took me forever to find this job. I've seen my previous job on Craigslist begging people. My previous job guy asked me to go back with him a few times. I've tried to be an owner-operator because I bought that truck, so I was like, if Landstar ain't coming with me or letting me sign on with them, then let's find another company. Some other company will. And then I just got the ring around. It was all bullshit. And I'm like, fuck this. I don't want to do that. I just want to drive a truck and go back into a dock every few days. Is that so hard in this day and age? And I just want to get paid for, what I'm worth. Find this job. I was like, oh shit. It told me basically New York to Los Angeles. I was like, oh shit, yeah. That's miles. That's fucking some miles. I call him on the phone. The guy's fucking hyped up on coffee. I didn't understand shit that he was saying, except that he really wanted to hire someone. So I go down there, and yeah, he didn't ask me much more than a question of, oh, you had a DWI in 2010. Yeah, that's fine. I was like, so I'm hired? He was like, yeah, you're hired. No application. Or did I have an application? I did have to fill out an application after I was hired. But anyways, yeah, and then I got the drug test the next day, and they were like, hey, you want to just start working now? I was like, wait until Monday. Wait until Monday. Started Monday, and that was great. And the point is, like I said, I'm making pretty good money. I'm very healthy, so this lifestyle is very sustainable. So, yeah, all in all, my message to you would be, or anybody, not just, what's his name, Russell? Not just Russell, but anyone who's looking to get into truck driving in specific jobs. This is the greatest one for me, and this is the one I would recommend. OTR, long haul. Don't have to fucking pick up and drop off every single day. Get the miles. Because most companies would run you 1 trillion miles if they could, right? But there's stupid laws out there and stuff like that. But if you're making money, that means your boss is making money. That means mutually you're all good, right? It's gonna be consistent. Now, was there a last part to that question? I lost my fucking thing. All right. Life is good. Okay, so we talked about that and a good rundown. I think I pretty much gave you a good rundown. Now, you can turn off the video here. because I'm going to do a little bit of an update outside of my career and what's going on right now. So, and I know this wasn't part of your video, Russell. It's just, this was something that had to happen anyways. So I'm going to do an addition to this video. Now, you know that I'm doing good right now financially. I'm making pretty good money. Not the best money, but, you know, pretty good money. And something that's sustainable, and it's making me healthy. I feel healthy. You know, I feel healthy. I feel good. Now, I have plans in my future. I made a video called My 10 Years to Retirement, or My Plan to Retire in 10 Years. Some shit like that, right? And I've done 2, maybe 3 update videos after that. It's about time to kind of get into that right now. So, I'm making good money right now. I want to save money. Right now, my idea is to buy a house. It's not going to happen this year. It's going to happen next year. I want to pay cash for it. And ultimately, I want to pay cash for it, and that's it. No mortgage, none of that shit. I'm too smart for that. So in my plan to retire in 10 years, I basically said, here's my plan. After the first 3 years, I'm going to have a house. Then the next 2 years, it's going to be me paying off other things that I want to pay for. This could be an in-ground pool. This could be setting up my garden. This could be planting some fruit trees. This could be starting making a barn and have a hog pen or something. Maybe a chicken coop or some shit, right? Something like that, right? And pay for all the things I need to pay for. Now, I have dreams and hopes and goals that change over the years, so that's why I have so many update videos. Now, how I want to go forward is to buy a house, and I'm motivated, baby. I'm really motivated right now because in the last, I've been doing this for years, but in the last 4 weeks or so, I've been doing a lot of looking at houses online, like on apps like Zillow, houses for sale, apps and different types of sites that have houses for sale. And then I get to go in and just look at what's in my area or in the other side of the country or whatever, right? Like, I've even seen houses in Hawaii. And I was like, 70 grand for a 100% off-grid place. That sounds pretty good. And then there's a place in Florida. Woo, look at this one. Right near, like, the Ocala Forest, National Forest, which is pretty much off-grid, too. And lots of acreage, has a well, has a pond, pretty much. Oh, sorry, yeah. My thing fucks up. Around 22 and a half minutes or so, it fucks up. Anyways, so I'm looking at houses like Florida House. It has a well, has all types of shit that I want. 80 grand. I'm like, I can buy that next year. Find houses in New York State, like upstate, in the hills or wherever, really. Maybe in the Finger Lakes region. And I see these houses for sale that are just immaculate sometimes. And they're dirt cheap. And when I mean dirt cheap, I don't mean like, ghetto cheap. Like, I know people that go to the ghetto, they buy $15,000 houses and then they rent them out and they make pretty good money off of it. I'm not talking about $15,000 houses. I'm talking about like $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 houses, which is pretty cheap in today's market, which is ridiculous right now. Like, houses are way too expensive right now. But point is, I'm looking at houses. So by this time next year, I want a house. I want to make sure that that house gets a pool, I want acreage. So I want a decent chunk of acreage. This could be 2 acres to 10 acres generally. I'll accept more. I've seen acres in different parts of the country that, could be $300 an acre. I've seen it. And you can get like 100 acres for like 30 grand or something. Something like that, right? I'm just looking for acreage, something that I can have a garden, fruit trees, sustainable life, maybe a pen full of hogs. Or whatever, right? So pay for all these things, a pool. I want maybe a barn. I'm gonna have to need a rider mower, things like that. I'm thinking about maybe an all-terrain vehicle, maybe I definitely want to get a pickup truck. I want to sell my car, get a pickup truck. I want a boat. So these are the things that I want to be doing. And like I said in my 10 years of retirement video, that's still my plan. And the only thing is that my plan changes, right? So I took 4.5 months off this year. It went against my plan. That wasn't my plan. So took that 4.5 months off. Now I'm 4.5 months behind, right? And not just 4.5 months behind, but I spent money in that 4.5 months. Like, I lost like tens of thousands of dollars if you put together what I could have made and what I spent in that time frame. So I've lost tens of thousands of dollars all the time that I've taken off. I took 2 months off last year, took 4.5 months off this year, and so we got to get back out on this grind and get this back to where I originally wanted to be. At this time frame, I'm still around exactly where I thought I'd be. Except I thought I might have maybe 20 or 30,000 more in the bank than I do. So I gotta play catch up here. Play catch up, make some money, make some good money, and then get the house. So the house in the property is what I want first. Then I want, pickup truck, a boat. Then the luxuries come. Then I want to plant fruit trees. I want to have a garden, a big garden, not just a small one. I want like a ton of food, probably tons of food, literally. So I'm gonna have to find a place that's agricultural, at least some place that is gonna be sustainable for me. I want a well. I want things like that. I want solar panels. All of the things that I want to get is going to be the next year. So this year it's focusing on buying the house. Next year is focusing on getting all the fun stuff and all the luxuries, I'd say. Then if there's any luxuries left over the next year, I might work half a year, a full year the next year. Then part-time. Straight up. I'm not doing this the rest of my life. That's the difference between me and most people. Most people are slaves. Most people think, oh, I got to save for retirement. Most of the time, retirement doesn't happen. Most people these days die around when they retire. It's sad. They die before retirement or right after retirement. But they don't get to enjoy retirement. And why did I take 4.5 months off this year? It wasn't my plan, but what ended up happening was I wanted to enjoy the summer. Once Landstar denied me, my motivation for, fuck this shit, I got money in the bank, I'm gonna enjoy my life. These motherfuckers don't realize I'm the top fucking % of truck drivers in this goddamn country. Top of the line, no accidents. No accidents. I drive my fucking knees with a semi-truck going 80-something miles an hour on the highway, going up and down hills. Not one swerve, not hitting one goddamn line. I can do this from fucking California to New York. Best driver in this fucking country. What? 2 tickets. Would have made him a fucking fortune like I've made every company I've worked for. Anyways, I digress. I know my worth. But as somebody that would take 4.5 months off, I want to enjoy life. I want to make sure that my life is going to be set in the future as well. So I need to get back out on the grind. Now that I'm back on the grind, I'm going to set forward my agenda and my plan to retire now in 8 years or less. Okay? So the next 3 years, I'm going to grind hard. Once I get out of the truck and start working part-time, which is 2.5 years or so, that's my plan, 2.5 years from now. And if you know anything about me, you know that I save my money. I'll wear the same pair of shoes for 3 fucking years with holes in it and the whole fucking nine. I don't give a damn. You know, like, I don't need a new pair of shoes. I don't need somebody to cut my hair. I'll cut my own hair. Save me 15, 20 bucks every month. You know, this is what I do. I don't need to live luxurious. I don't need to buy new clothes every year. I'll have the same clothes this year that I'm going to have next year, and the year after, and the year after. You know, I don't need to go buy new clothes. I don't need to spend money. I don't buy watches. I don't buy chains. I don't buy this pair of sunglasses. I'm planning on wearing 8 years from now. I don't need another pair. You know, I'm thinking about other things I would buy. The only thing I really need is water and food, and make sure that I'm paying for my my rent, which is dirt cheap because I'm smart enough to save money. Actually, I do need a coffee. I haven't had a coffee today. Might have to stop and get one. Anyways, this video is way longer than I thought it would be. Let me finish. So 2.5 years, I want to get out of the truck and start being part-time. During this period, I want to be able to find my significant other and start settling down and having children because, hey, my biological time clock might not be running dry, but women my age are. Their biological clock is running down. Watch my video, my message to women. You MGTOWs out there would actually like one of my videos. So my point is that I want to be a sustainable life, be off-grid, and buy all the things right now while I'm grinding, while I'm young enough and healthy enough to do so. Then I want to be able to be around my woman, be able to procreate, be around my children. My goal in my life is not to be a deadbeat, be dead, not to be single the rest of my life, but to be the best father I can possibly be in life. And that's what my goals are. It's not a selfish goal to buy a house and a pool and have land. And you might think that's selfish. The reason I would do all of that is because I want children. And I want my children to be happy and grow up to have everything that they ever wanted, to have full access to their father, which is wiser than fucking generations before them, who can just be there at all times. Daddy, I want to play catch. I'm here. I ain't going to work. I'm here. I already did my fucking time. I want to just pay $2,000 worth of taxes every year, while all I need is something called passive income after I do retire. I generally want to start that beforehand. This could be anything, right? Like, one of the things I want to do is get into the ATM business. I know it's late. I know you're not making much money off of it, but it's something, right? And it's becoming a cashless society and all that shit. I get that. I get it's not the best time to start an ATM business, but there's plenty of ways to go into passive income in which you don't have to work for somebody else and be on a grind the rest of your life, hoping to finally retire at 60-something years old, not getting Social Security, not getting what you're actually promised. Who knows what can happen between now and then? Chances are you Christians think that I'm 31, right? I need to wait another 31 years or so to retire. I have to double my life to retire. I'm not working another 31 years. I'll be out your fucking goddamn mind. I'm not no fool. If you want to fucking retire at 64 or whatever, that's on you. Life is too short for that. I want to be around my children. I don't want to be a deadbeat dad. I want to be there and be the best husband, best father that I can be to my family. I want to raise my kids. I want to unschool my kids. I want to be there through my kids' lives. I want to be there to ask questions, to hear their dreams, to teach them how to be where they want to be. I want to be that father. I don't want to be the father. I'm sorry, I know you got your soccer match, but, it is what it is. Just go off to your public school system. Daddy will be back in a couple weeks. I don't want to be that guy. I want to be there. I want to be more than present. I want to, my whole life boils down to making sure that my kids have the best possible existence they can ever have, and that it's all going to be a direct result from me. I will surrender my life to my unborn children. My imaginary kids right now is what I'm motivated for. It's not for me. If it's me, I would probably just kill myself. Straight up. I wouldn't kill myself, but What's life without kids? What's life? My biggest fear in life is to grow old without a family. That's like the scariest, saddest fucking thing ever. I would kill myself. If I'm in my 50s and I never had children, I'd kill myself. Now, what's there to look forward to? Life's about being with people, especially your loved ones, your family. And I want to be there. I want to, be a part of my kids' lives. So ultimately, that's what I want to get at, is that, and I've made these videos before where I talk about kids are more important than you and me. So that the whole reason why my heart still beats is because of hope that my dreams can come true for my kids. That's why. That's why my heart beats right now. If I was not motivated for my children that right now don't even exist, I don't even have a fucking girlfriend, I'm single. I wouldn't trust a woman if I'm driving a truck like this. So 3 years, I want all my shit, where I don't have to grind for nothing else. I just want enough income to be sustainable. You need oil changes. You need to pay for your insurance. You need to pay for your property taxes. I get all that. Okay? That's all I want to pay for. I want a well. I want charcoal filters and other types of filtration. I want these things, and all of that stuff is why I'm grinding right now. So I get all of the things I need out of the way, so then my grind can stop. And I can work part-time, and when I work part-time, what's going to happen? I can be there with my family. I can actually engage and make sure that I'm being with a valuable woman that's going to be a great mother to my children. That's what it boils down to. I want a great mother for my children. And I can't get one right now. I need to be out of the workforce and to be able to bless a woman who's going to, in return, bless me and bless her children. That's all I'm looking for. Now, it might be out of reach temporarily, but that's why I'm grinding right now. That's why I'm tucking my tail between my legs and work hard. So, that was basically my update. It's pretty much the same retirement plan, and I was able to answer Russell's question. So I got two birds with one stone out of the way. So, I'm sorry this is a long video. I'm sure most of you turned it off after I was done talking about Russell's questions. So stay tuned for more content, plenty more coming. Don't be shy to ask me some, do a video on the country. I don't know. Do a video on this or that or the third. I don't even know. Wearing my anarchy shirt, baby. Anarchy. Not chaoticists. Not chaos. It's anarchy. Two different things. Anyways, it's enough for this video. Stay tuned for more content. Much more coming. See you guys.